wish I knew.
Peace to everyone. This is the Shot Eka Ma'at podcast. And today we are here to talk about something very, very important. You see the podcast title. This ain't petty, it's Ma'at. Why boundaries keep the balance. Here's a description. In this episode, Tonya 23, which is me, once again, the Scorpio Sun Cancer Moon dives deep into the sacred act of setting boundaries, not out of pettiness, but out of divine alignment with the 42 laws of Ma'at. When our spaces are repeatedly disrespected, silence becomes consent. That means everything is okay. You could just keep on disrespecting. Well, it's time to speak up. Not to stir up isfet and drama, but to restore order. One thing I want to say, restoring order in this world looks like you are starting drama to those who are sick. But once you are done with living out Ma'at for yourself, if they haven't figured it out, maybe they won't. But that is not your problem, and I am here to set you free today. You are going to stop being repeatedly disrespected and keeping silent, giving people consent to do whatever they want to do with your time and space. Now, this particular situation has to do with respecting community. Now, like I said, not to stir up drama, but to restore order. Tonya 23 shares a real life situation from her own community where she had to take a stand, not for control, but for peace. Tuning in, you will explore how holding others accountable isn't about judgment. It's about protecting harmony. Yes, this episode is a reminder that truth, justice, and divine law will prevail, but it requires our participation. Because sometimes speaking up is the healing. Let that settle in, and we'll get started shortly. Yes. So let's just take care of business before we get started and in between when we're getting started. But we just want to tell you about a couple of things that's going on here at the Tonya 23 experience. So much is going on. Let's take a look at this here.
I don't think people understand the power of a good book. Until now, meet Tonya L. Alston, also known as Circuit Amunri. She's the inspiring author and life coach behind 13 captivating books on Amazon. Dive into a world of personal growth, spiritual insights, and unforgettable stories. Whether you're looking to overcome life's obstacles, find your purpose, or just enjoy a great read, Tonya's got you covered. From self-help gems to spiritual guidance and even gripping fiction, her books are a treasure trove of wisdom and inspiration. Like Standing Through It All, a powerful testament to resilience and finding purpose despite challenges. Or Journey Within, your guide to spiritual awakening and inner peace. Each book is a reflection of Tonya's personal journey, making her writing authentic and relatable. So why wait? Unlock the world of Tonya L. Alston and Scorpio Amunri on Amazon today. Join the community, share your stories, and let's grow together. Hit that link and start your transformation now. I don't think people understand.
Yes, so that is a little advertisement for my books that are on Amazon. You can find them under the name Tonya L. Alston, that's Alston, or you can find them under the name of Scorpio Amunri, Serket Amunre. And yeah, but if you just search under that, all of the books will come up. We also have Kindle ready books. I just saw a freeze warning issue. What's going on? Because it is a little nippy outside. A freezing warning. Let's take a moment and see what this is. We don't want to freeze now, do we? Oh yeah, it's looking like the freeze alert. Sub-freezing temperatures in the lower to the 20s alert, where portions of central and northern Maryland and central and northern Virginia west of Interstate 95, the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. When will we freeze? From 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Frost and freeze conditions could kill crops, y'all. This is why I haven't planted a thing yet. I keep telling people planting season isn't really until like mid-April, and it might be like early May because it's been getting colder and colder. And I'm for sure the little babies are out there. They're gonna freeze, the little crops. Man, and we're in the planetary hour of Jupiter. Lovely. So every day at 1 o'clock, the planet Jupiter is on deck, so to speak. So much. Okay, yes. So yeah, understand if you're in the Maryland, Baltimore, what they call it, the district, the DC district, be ready for freezing temperatures. Even to protect your water pipes, it says. Your drain or allow them to drip slowly. Take steps now to protect tender plants from the cold. To prevent water pipes from freezing. Why this sudden freeze? Where is the sub-freezing temperatures coming from? Well, if you were a Scorpion, you would know. It's just time for the deep freeze to appear. And so that is that. Getting back to what we're talking about, more and more we're going to have to be dealing with community respect. But we have another advertisement here. We must get them out of the way. We must eat. Well, let's see what we can tell you about our chakra butters, my dear. There's so much to say because these products are very thoughtfully created for the people, you know. And it is everything that we say it is. Now, let's talk about this again. Let's let the commercial run a little bit because a lot of time and energy and look up Reiki healing, and you will see so much Reiki actual sessions going on. But to infuse something with Reiki takes time, loving energy, positive outlooks. These are handcrafted crystal infused, Reiki infused healing skincare. Cutting edge. This is new. Balance your energy and awaken your soul. Treating myself for different healing things that I need. That's right. Won't keep this on the screen, but let me tell you a little bit. Introducing Shea Butter Me Chakra Butter Collection. As you saw, a luxurious line of organic whipped body butters, each carefully crafted to align, activate, and heal one of your 7 chakras. Blended with sacred intention by a certified Reiki master. Every jar is infused with Reiki healing energy, crystal charged with corresponding gemstones, scented with pure essential oils for chakra alignment, hand poured into beautiful reusable glass jars, vegan, organic, no parabens, no sulfates, and no chemicals, only butters and essential oils, handcrafted with original recipes. So much energy. This is a lifestyle. You wake up, you work out, and you get that energy together because you have to pour it into your product from beginning to end. And sometimes I grow the herbs that actually make the essential oils. So this product is usually during the summer, it's handcrafted from beginning to end. And that loving energy is put into it. It is as if you walked into a temple and the leader of the temple touched you on your forehead. That energy that you feel, that good spark of Kundalini rising energy. It's not a joke. You have some people on here selling you gimmicks, but some of us have the gift for real. I'm just going to say that. These are scented with pure essential oils for chakra alignments. All of the combinations are the highest of whatever the highest chakra alignment is for that particular one is the essential oil that we use. And there's not just one, there's a culmination. And it's hand poured into beautiful reusable glass jars. That shows you how much we care. We don't put our butters in plastic. Number one, we will not, and we do not put our butters in plastic anymore. There's only one thing that comes in plastic. We are converting to glass because our products are just that worthy. You have to know that you're putting divine glory on your skin. You must know this. If not, you need to stop, look, and listen to your heart, because you need nothing but the goodness on your skin. Don't take the cheap way out on your skincare products. Buy the cheapest foods on the market. I get it, but with certain things, you need to treat yourself with quality. All dressed up and made up on the outside with low-level products put into the body. It literally is producing a low-level being, because if you are what you eat, then that is proven true. You have your root chakra butter, that's for grounding. Sacral chakra for creativity. Your solar plexus chakra is for personal power. Your heart chakra is for compassion. A lot of you, I hope, I need to be selling so much heart chakra butter, y'all. Because y'all are mean and nasty and tight out there. Y'all think that you can walk all over people, which is what we're going to deal with in this podcast today. Y'all better get your heart chakra butter. That's big facts. The throat chakra butter is for your expression. As you can see, I'm using it, baby, because I am not holding back on the heka from now on. We will speak. And even if we got to fight, we don't want to do that. Remember, these are holy hands if I got to throw them up and squabble up. The hands of the temple of Tonya 23. Third eye chakra is intuition. And the crown chakra butter is for your pure alignment. It is beautiful. And if you buy 3 butters, you save, right? But spiritual skincare with a purpose is what we people need to be having, not going and putting on the cheapest thing on your skin you can find. These butters and this collection is perfect for energy workers, healers, and empaths. Chakra balancing routines, Reiki sessions, and gift sets for spiritual friends. Choose your chakra in the drop-down menu and begin your journey to radiant skin and energetic alignment. Find our butters on Etsy.com. Look and search for chakra butter. There's only one. Nobody else has the chakra butters. Nobody else is infusing it with Reiki energy, nor are they giving you the crystal infusion. Regular price of all 7 butters is $231. We have bundle pricing, 5%, 10%, and then we have our spiritual luxe bundle with bonus. So we have all these things going on. All you need to do is contact Tonya 23, either by YouTube, Facebook. I'm out there. You'll find me. You see the number going at the bottom of the screen. That's a contact number as well. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get to what we're doing here. Community. It sounds as if it's starting to deep freeze out there now. I know that isn't raindrops I'm hearing. It just got really dark. Perfect time for this message. The situation. You're not being petty. You're honoring Ma'at with truth, justice, honor, order. Now, short summary of this situation. A neighbor was running something very loud in their home, and it was penetrating my walls and whatnot to where no one could sleep. We actually put up with this for 2 weeks. Finally, I got enough, and I made a few phone calls, and a couple of things happened, and now the noise is gone. No law enforcement or anything were called, but I'm friends with the person that owns the house next door to me. So I simply called them and asked them to ask their tenants to pipe it down, to turn the music, the noise. Because a lot of times I have my grandbaby and she's sleeping in that room. I go and meditate. That's my spiritual room where I go meditate and things like that. It's the quietest room. That's why we're there. Okay, and it was being inundated with this noise. There are some vicious pit bulls next door, so I don't go in their yard. They're always barking at me, all mean, looking like they don't like me and I don't like them. But of course we have to let people be and have their things, right? That's their yard. I'm minding my business in my yard. The day the dog jumps over the yard, that's the day I get involved. And I'm a nice neighbor for even living that way. Most people would have them gone. And I haven't done that. But now, long story short, I was looked at as if I was a tattletale and I was doing something wrong to cause some other tenant a problem when I'm in my own house being inconvenienced. And I looked at the person and I said, do you think I'm going to be in my house in any room and be inconvenienced by some noise coming from your house? I could see if you're having a little petty argument and this and that. As you can tell, we don't get involved. We mind our business pretty much. We don't get involved. But now you over here making noise over here. And I think you think that I'm supposed to shut up and take it. For what reason? Is it because you're white and I'm black? I hope that's not anything to do with it. But for some reason, I think it has a tad bit to do with it. One moment, y'all. No matter what time I get on live, I'm being distracted by somebody trying to contact me and whatnot. I'm so very sorry. But I will not let it stop this message. The situation, I already told you the situation. You know, I noticed consistent disrespect of my personal and communal space because I want you all to apply this to your life. So it's not going to be tailored to me. It's tailored to the situation. Okay. And I spoke up, but not to be mean, but because unchecked behavior disturbs peace and spiritual order. And I'm not the one to live like that. And if you tie this into your own daily life, cleanliness, order, peaceful surroundings, like, come on, we already know there's a problem because there's 18,000 pounds of dog shit in your yard and you have to be told and fined to get it up. So don't act like it's a big ass privilege for me to be living next door to you. Some people. Now, do you see the narcissism here? Do you see it? Some people. Now, when you connect this to Ma'at, of course, would you be able to say, I have not polluted myself, I have not disturbed the peace, and I have not acted with violence? Because as soon as somebody says something, here comes the person wanting to act like they are getting at somebody for saying something. We got a freaking problem here with all this dumb snitch shit. We getting ready to shut it down right now. Shot heck of my podcast. Are y'all out of your mind? Nobody's going to sit around and be violated because nobody wants to say anything. Have y'all lost your mind? Most of the time, you lucky if somebody says something and they don't take care of you themselves. Because I'm not going to have my peace disturbed, and I'm not going to be acted towards with no violence, and I'm not going to let nobody pollute me. If that happens, I would pollute myself, but I'm not supposed to do that either. Scorpio, Sun, Cancer, Moon. We're doing this as calmly as possible. Don't forget, we're also Seshat Heka Ma'at. Don't think it's all sweet, because it's sweet. Now, boundaries are divine, whether you know it or not. We are lucky to have such a thing. Let me explain how enforcing boundaries is not petty, it's sacred. Because if you don't enforce the boundaries, you're going to walk into something that you didn't exactly sign up for eventually. Someone important is calling. I must mute again. Please hold. It's crazy because I've been a podcaster since 2014, and you would think when I tell somebody on live, they would not be shocked. What is the problem? At any time of the day, I could be on live. People are calling me I'm on live. They're like, huh? Like, what do you mean, huh? I'm a podcaster. What is wrong with y'all? Yo, keeping this ma'at is not easy dealing with. Let's just call it what it is if we're going to deal with truth. Poop heads, doo-doo heads out there. A lot is wrong with people. A lot is wrong with you people out there. None of you can tell a lot of you aren't doing the work on yourself. You think everybody else needs to do the work. And you're starting to stick out there. And you're getting annoying out there. Because your crap is really being seen. It's lit. Everything is petty. You're petty. You act petty. That's the problem. Now, boundaries. Apparently, a lot of boundaries are being tested. People are up against the boundary, about to feel it. Because when someone repeatedly crosses the line, correction at this point is an act of love for the community. Now, that could end up in someone being in another realm because they couldn't correct crossing the line. And someone decided to show them an act of love. I think y'all getting things twisted out here. Somebody don't know what love is. Okay, because this form of love is showing you that you don't got the right to violate nobody and get in their space. And if you're next to their space and you're a nasty dog, they got the right to look at you like you're a nasty goddamn dog and treat you as such. Don't expect people to adjust their lives for your bullcrap. That's against the ma'at. It says, I have not caused terror. I have not acted deceitfully, and I have not stirrer of strife. Well, boundaries and repeatedly crossing the line on other people's sacred space. Idiots out there. It is stirring strife. That is what you're doing. Forcing the hand of judgment and truth to come upon you. Don't get mad. Don't act funny, because the next hand coming after that, your head might fly to the moon. Boundaries are divine. I'm sending a god-darn signal out there to the world. Stop crossing people's boundaries, especially me. I'm already being boundaried up. I got YouTube messing with my boundaries. They're putting up all these boundaries all the time. They think that we don't know. We see you. We still got to have that smile on our face that we got right there. Through all the bull crap, this is like midday smile. I'm going to have to show you what the evening face looks like. It's just as joyous as this, because it's almost over. That day. But knowing what we know, we remain with this look on our face because we understand Ma'at. Everybody has their time and they're going to damn get it. All of you that think you're better than others, not because you've actually put the work in to rise above perhaps your root chakra. Some of you are just, most of the world is just stuck in that one chakra. You better get you some butters and get up out of there. Because shortly it's going to be like the parent chastising the child, the teacher chastising the student, or the prison guard chastising the prisoner. More so like that. And when the consequences of nature hit the family that's confused, you're sure to wake up. So we lean on our hand the way we're leaning with our lovely Bantu knots, and we stay lovely. Keep our things together. Make sure we got our spot on our forehead, and we relax, knowing that Ma'at has all of you. There's not one of you who's going to escape, not one of us. And I say you because, of course, each day I wake up with knowing I'm not trying to cross Ma'at. That is the one thing. I have too many other creativity things to be doing. I don't have time to be messing with Ma'at. And I make sure when I'm working on my creativities, it is not coming into, anyone else's boundaries, because I have to have a clean home, great energy, nice smells. I must look good. I must feel good. I must have all those things before I make one product. And that is my motto, and that is my niche, and that is what it will be, because no one has the right to create my program for me. It is only Ma'at that is the created program for humanity. It is you who needs to create the rest. It is all you need to worry about is Ma'at, basically. So you say you want to go to some heaven or whatever. You're definitely not going to get there by just doing the 10 and violating the other 32 laws. That's 32 laws. You're like, oh, that's too many. Yeah, because you want to walk around doing whatever you want to do. And eventually you're going to cross the boundary of someone. And it may not look like it, but that will be Ma'at in correction. Correct yourself, because there's some terrible people out there ready to render what they think is righteousness, but it's not. When you think that you can cause terror. Now, if you've already caused terror and you received some terror, I think that would be balanced. Now, if you've acted deceitfully or whatever it is, and then you received some deceit, well, okay. But if you have not been a strife stirrer, no one has any business stirring any strife. So when you come at me, I'm calm. I'm standing there calm. Because once you cross that boundary, I already know what I'm going to do. It's up to you to make sure you don't cross that boundary. And at some points, I don't even hear what you say. I'm just waiting for you to cross that boundary. It looks like I'm listening. Because this is the face that I strive to have. You understand? But this is the face that a lot of you will get. See that claw back there? That's the tail of the scorpion. Nice innocent face, but you understand that tail is always there. So in life, I most likely confuse others because they see this look and they think it can be compromised. But they have no idea that the spirit behind that look is something like this here. So you never know who you're playing with. So that also means you should really pay attention about those boundaries, those divine boundaries. Some of them are invisible. It's not just like home boundaries. Like most boundaries are invisible. It is up to you to know that they're there. And when they're not, you walk into a brick wall and you smash your face. Now, some people call speaking up snitching and all of that, but I'm here to let you know, speaking up is sacred work. Especially, now there's no reason for you to go speaking up on people's business and they haven't violated your boundaries. That's a whole nother podcast. We're not speaking about them people who go out of their way to just be up there with your business. No, we're not saying that. That's actually against Ma'at. If you were taking care of yourself and working on yourself, you can't see nobody else. But you do have a responsibility in your community. And speaking up is actually sacred work. It's just like some of you, your streets are dirty with trash and it looks like you live in a garbage can. Inside your house is really beautiful and nice, but because your street belongs to the community and it's not you doing the littering, but it's being littered and it looks like pure dog shit out there. There's all kind of plastics, papers, poop, piss, shit, all kinds of violations are outside and they're there from humans. You know, you can't really walk in grass unless you're really looking down. That type of thing. It used to be me. I don't have any pets now because I don't like picking up dog shit. So I decided no more pets for me. Speaking up is sacred though. You're not a tattletale. You're a voice of reason. You saw all the crap out there. You said, what the hell is this? Why can't we come together as a community and clean this shit up? Because listen, people in your community will see you clean up that shit every day and they won't get out there and help you do nothing. And they're the ones throwing the garbage. What? Holy Ma'at needs to check them. And she will. Because like I said, every dog has their day. Nothing will go unchecked. So don't be doing things to people that, you know, you don't like for yourself. But you don't have to let anyone violate your communal rights in your home because you're trying not to be a tattletale. That is what this is about. Stop letting people walk all over you and you don't want to say nothing. You just put up with it or you just adapt to your environment. You're a bum doing that. And you make it bad for the others that actually want things right. Because they see you adapting to your downtrodden ass environment. You need to get out there and sweep the damn streets, all of you. Children as well. Y'all get y'all little quarter water juices and you drink it up and you throw it out on the street and the garbage can is right there. Seshat Heka Ma'at. You'll have your day as well. you'll have your day as well. If you don't come to the consciousness and correct yourself. Communities fall apart when you ignore harmful patterns, like being litter bugs and your cigarette butts. Oh, you cigarette butts. The day I woke up from that was a great day for me. I never looked back. No more cigarette butts on the ground. No more cigarette butts. No more cigarette smoke. No more for me. Actually, the whole thought of it disgusts me. To see others with their nasty habits turns me off. Thank you. Not only do communities fall apart, it starts with that nasty household that's already falling apart inside of there. Got real people living in it, and it's already apart. No community. Your harmful patterns put onto others. They suffer because you have them. How to connect to my eye. I have not closed my ears to the words of truth. That's what y'all need to stop doing out there. Once somebody breaks something down and explain to you what it is, and you think you got a little bit of understanding with all of that crazy ass stuff out there y'all smoking that's messing up your frontal lobes daily. Your ears are closed to truth. You like to pounce and jump and terrorize people that tell the truth. You like to dismantle and not deal with them. Ostracize is the word. No one F's with them, they say. No one F's with them. Yeah, because they're not going to sit there and let you do whatever. And then they don't do the things you do, drinking, smoking, and acting stupid. They don't do all that. So you can't do nothing for them, but keep your goddamn boundaries separate. That's the best thing you can do. Because your eyes are closed and your ears are closed as well. You need to practice, I have not been deaf to the words of righteousness. Because nobody wants to hear righteousness no more. Everybody wants and flocks to bullcrap. Even some of you supposed leaders out there, y'all full of shit. You say no Isfet and no this and that, but when you get the chance to do it, that's what you're doing. Making somebody feel little, making somebody feel small because you got all this information and they don't. They need to show you reciprocity and pay you every day. Be the change you want to see, because when you get off of here, they still looking. You still have the eye of Ma'at on you. Telling people it's okay to diss those that are righteous. Real peace requires participation. It ain't gonna be you doing whatever you want to do and I got the peace. Have you lost your rabbit ass mind? That's very selfish. It's like living in a project building and you got all the young men blocking the entrance and they outside doing a hand-to-hand combat and different things that they do out there, and they're spitting and they're drinking and they're doing all this bullshit. And somebody might get unalived right there in the front of where you live at. Who continued to look the other way and let that go down? Oh, the whole entire building would have been regulated back in the days when Ma'at was a little bit closer to our households. Whether it was just the 10 Commandments, but some of them had consciousness back then, and they knew that Ma'at was the way. Real peace requires participation. We don't just want peace. We want to help create it. You standing on the sidelines causing all the problems, and you watching the people, the peacemakers, create the peace while you stand there. Your day is lined up. I know you think you cool now because ain't shit happened. But we have to make it clear. We are each responsible for harmony in our spaces, right? And you know you're responsible when you're disturbing somebody else. Now, I'm not talking about just playing music in your home and this and that. If it's in the daylight hours and your volume is respectable, have at it. That's your home. Don't let nobody make you like you in a jail cell. But you don't have to disrespect others for you to enjoy your space. You would think I have not acted in ignorance, or no, I have not acted in arrogance. How many of you can say that when it comes to somebody else asking you about what you doing with their space that they share with you? Very arrogant people on the planet. As they say, you act as if your poop don't stink. Well, I would love to be in this mode all the time. And as a matter of fact, we are. In the mode of peace, love, and understanding. Ma'at. Thought I had a picture of her here. Let's see if I can upload it. I've been creating these little altar cards. This is what I'm doing. I'm creating altar cards, and they're beautiful, and they are for sale. Opening chant to Ma'at. This is a depiction of our lovely Ma'at. As much as we would know it, she could be darker, perhaps lighter, but I doubt it. But this is a very good depiction. That's right. She's in charge of you. You have to answer to her. Doesn't matter if you don't like it. Doesn't matter if you got Jesus. Doesn't matter if you have Allah. You're still bowing down to Ma'at every day. Every single way. In every single religion. Because it tells you, love thy neighbor, this and that. You got those laws from her. A goddess, a female, who gods bow down to. No way you're getting out of it. These laws of this world, this divine order, this what you call gravity and planetary motions and alignments and whatnot. Right there. That melanated woman right there. In charge of it all from day one. You don't believe it because you're arrogant. You got something else going on. But guess what? It doesn't matter. You'll be bowing down to Ma'at. Yeah? Do you want somebody touching your children? No? Well, that would be Ma'at. Men who have urges, when the woman says no, they want to take it. You got to deal with Ma'at. How about closing down community programs that you know is actually helping the community? You got to deal with Ma'at behind that. So a lot of you are getting up in arms in different things, but she accepts community participation also. But understand that she can come through and wipe it all out. Ma'at, feather of light, guide my tongue to speak what's right. Truth in my heart, balance in my stride, divine order be my guide. The creating affirmations. If you cut that at the line, that's a beautiful card right there. That's a beautiful gift for someone's birthday. To show them the light of Ma'at is everything. Everything. Super duper everything, y'all. I am the living temple of Ma'at. That's right. My ways, my actions, my this and my that. I walk in truth. I speak in harmony. I give and receive in divine order. Please forgive me for any words that I may have, any heka that I may have used that is considered not good. But when it says I have not cursed anyone, that's actual a ritual curse type of thing, not the word curse. But words can create curses. How else do you keep divine order and balance? Sometimes you have to curse things that are wicked away from you. The Isfet, you must curse it away from you. That's the truth. My closing message is, we strive to say, I have not committed sin. That didn't come from the Christian religion. That came from Ma'at. See how she looks young and is the Ancient of Days? Youth. Does it come from not breaking the natural rules? You see, her God is behind her, the sun. She is vowed to make sure that the order that is set is being adhered to. It must be. Even the gods bow down to Ma'at. Let's all be the change we want to see, because right after I give a word like this, don't think I won't be tried and tested, because you're out of your gosh darn mind. It takes a lot to get up here and give a message like this, because you have to live it also. Someone's gonna spike your nerves, that's for sure. But understand, dealing with divine order and divine justice does not always look like you're giving someone Easter eggs or bunny chocolate poops or whatever. No. We rise every day to strengthen the temple of Ma'at. That is what we should be striving to do each and every day. If you work out in your physical body, what do you do for your spirit? What's your spiritual workout? Perhaps I'll create one. We can get that done right now. Stella, you there? Thank you, Stella. Can you say that again? I need to create a spiritual workout for the collective that we can all do. Something that's a spiritual workout. That's what, it's 44 degrees. That's interesting. But yes, the spiritual workout needs to be something we all can do as a community. Could you create something like that for us? Yes, can you please do the English version and the Medu Nectar so we can begin to learn the words? Yes. Thank you so much. Please dive in, Miss Stella. Uncle Jocelyn. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It was simple, short, and something we can do all the time. So listen, we can stand in the grass, in the sunshine, picturing that you have roots going from the top of your head all the way through your feet into the ground, and just keep chanting Ankh Uja Sinet, life, prosperity, and good health. Thank you so much, Miss Stella. We will be doing that when the weather is nice. We have a frost alert right now. We sure will. Before we close, Stella, do you have a closing word about this message that we gave today about you're not being petty, you're honoring order, truth, and justice? What would you like to tell the people about this subject today, closing us out? Thank you so much, Miss Stella. Until the next time, peace, love, and light to you. There you have it, family. And on that note, we're going to get up out of here. And I want you to consciously try to live by my strive each day. That's all you have to do. Strive each day. Some days will be better, some days will not, but you must strive for perfection each day. Hotep.
wish I knew.